Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Frank Salas. I go by the name The Talented Mr. Salas. I'm a serial entrepreneur living the digital nomad lifestyle, and currently I'm in Acapulco, Mexico. Let me show you. It is amazing.
That's nice. I was just about to ask you where you were today, because I know you're always traveling around.
Yeah, man. And so I'm really excited. I'm really blessed. I got a super special guest for us. This is Danny Vega. He's out in Texas. He's my fellow Texan. He's in the social media marketing agency game. There's a lot of people who are telling you, buy this and do this. Danny's one of the people that I can vouch for. He's getting results. His students get results. His trainers get results. The people he mentors with get results. So this is a real guy. And if you're somebody looking to get into the social media marketing agency world, Danny's got a very helpful course for you. He has an amazing Facebook group. We're going to tell you all about that. But we're just going to have some conversations and talk shop about some really pressing concerns that I find a lot of people are there. But without further ado, Danny, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Hey guys, what's going on? So I've been an entrepreneur for about 12 years. I started doing web development. That got boring, just coding, sitting behind the desk, 80 hours a week can only, you can only do so much and serve so many people. So, I did that for a while, and then I thought to myself, hey, I need to really do something else. And that's kind of when I started getting into Facebook ads. So I got into Facebook ads about 18 months ago, and ever since then, it's done really well. It's gone uphill. Been able to serve a lot of local businesses, a lot of students, like you mentioned as well. So things have been going pretty good.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So when you tell people that you make money off of Facebook, what's that reaction like?
They're like, "Are you serious?" Yeah, I mean, even my family still to this day, and really ever since I've been, working by myself, they still don't know what I do or really understand it. So, I mean, we understand that we're a tight, we're a close circle, but everyone outside of the circle really has no idea what we do online. And and my wife was like that for many, many years.
And I love that, hey, you brought that word up because it truly is a circle. Like I've got my Facebook group, you've got your Facebook group, we've all got our consulting clients, our masterminds and courses and stuff we provide to the marketplace. Well, we're all a group. Like we're all people who are linking up and saying, yo guys, you can make money online. Here's a few different ways. Here's a few awesome, amazing strategies for you to make this happen. And when you're in that circle, when you're in that group, whatever group you're in, as long as you're in a group, it's easier to be around people that are talking in shop, that are maybe going through the same challenges you're going through. So tell us about your circle and your group. What is that like?
Right. Well, my circle right now, it's mainly focused with my students and just getting them success. Since I have a Facebook ads course, my focus is just to be able to help my students with coaching calls, have them go through the course, follow up with them, make sure that they're getting results. If they have any questions, answer those questions for them and things like that. And then besides my students, it's also just the group that I've been growing as well, and just other internet marketers that have become close friends of mine over the last couple months or a year. So it's been going really well.
Yeah, and I'm in your group as well, and I just see so many people, so many big names in there just dropping advice, absolutely free, just really showing, hey, check out this landing page. Here's some pro tips. What do you guys see? And it's a discussion. It's not like an ego thing, like, look at this amazing thing that I broke down. It's like, hey, look, here's a cool thing. Here's what I saw. What did you guys see? And everyone's learning together. And you got this awesome mix of veterans and rookies and intermediates and everything in between. And it just like creates a lot of amazing, fresh ideas, a lot of strong foundations from the older guys. And it's just like a great, great place to get started if you want to be in there. But let's get some people some value in here, man. When you're talking to a business owner, because I find a lot of people, everybody watches YouTube videos, everybody has some type of course, and they're like, they have some idea of what a Facebook ads, maybe they've never done it, but they've seen a video of somebody do it at least one point in time, and they're like,
right.
Okay, I don't know how to do this. I've never done this. And because of that, they're like scared to go to a business owner and say, give me money. And they're like, what's your rate? My rate, $1,500. No, do it for free. Got to go. And they're like, run out of the store. Yo, ask for the business. So talk to us about that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think with anything, especially being an entrepreneur, it's really your mindset and just getting over the fear of talking to people, since we're always behind the computer. I mean, as a developer, I really understand how that is. Behind the computer, you don't really want to talk to anyone. You kind of want to just be by yourself, but you have to get out there and just like what we're doing now, we're having an interview, having conversations, talking, getting on video, doing a lot of live or interviews and things like that. But I mean, when it comes to, you know, getting a client, you have to give them value first and have them trust you. You know, they have to like who you are and trust who you are. And at that point in time, then they'll buy from you. You know, a lot of, you know, rookie internet marketers that are coming now into the game, what they do is they just try to sell their services right away to anyone and everyone, you know, without really giving that value first. And that's kind of, you know, the wrong way of doing things. So I'm sure you would agree with that.
100%. The first thing that I say to everybody in the B2B sales world, because let's talk about what we really do. We don't sell social media. We don't make money off Facebook. We sell services to businesses. Keyword, sell. You gotta be able to have those conversations. And maybe you're this way, maybe your group's like this, but everybody that I talk to is like, what's a template? What's the script? What's this? Like, have a conversation. Be interested and interesting. You know, listen, see what they're saying, and talk to their buying points. What's going to make them move forward in the process? So when you're having a conversation with the business owner, you know, what types of things are you looking for? When you say giving value, how exactly do you give value?
Right. Well, I look for, you know, not so much as far as, you know, just giving them a bunch of leads, but really finding holes in their businesses, you know. Because you can only, you know, especially people who run Facebook ads like myself and my students, you can only give someone a business so many leads until they're going to be like, well, what am I going to do with them? You know? So you need to find holes in their business and help them plug those holes. So then when you bring them leads, then they're like, okay, now this makes sense. I'm able to close these leads, take them up the value ladder, and then, you know, be able to make some money for myself. So it's really finding the holes, just, you know, talking to them, figure out what, you know, what issues they have in their business. You know, what other marketing have they done? What's worked in the past? And then just kind of go from there.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So, you know what? I realize we don't have anybody's attention just yet. We don't have a reason for them to be like, okay, hey, who's this guy? You know, yeah, he runs Facebook ads. He's got this group. Like, you don't know how awesome Danny is. And that's my fault. I apologize for that. I haven't introduced him just right. Danny, what kind of stats you pulling over there? Talk to people about the money. What kind of money is in this game that we play?
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of money to be made. You know, I've had students come in making 25 grand a month, 30 grand a month. You know, I actually have one student who is over in the Philippines building his own team out there of about 100, you know, 100 VAs or employees or whatever you want to call them out there. But he's doing about $120,000, $130,000 a month just from building the funnel. That's not including any kind of ads yet. That's just from funnel building, which is crazy. In a niche that you wouldn't even think about that there's money to be made. So, you know, so there's plenty of money out there to be made. As long as you get a client, you get the results, then the referrals that they're going to be giving to you is that's where the gold is, you know. You don't really have to go and try to, you know, get your clients anymore, try to get clients anymore and try to find them. Now they're coming to you.
But Danny, I can't get any leads, Danny. Where do I find the leads, Danny? Where do we find the leads, Danny? Where do you find them?
What leads? For clients?
Yeah, for people that you're going to serve, businesses to sell social media services.
Right. So what I do, you know, and my number one rule is to really go after people who are spending money on marketing, right? If they're not spending money on marketing, then why the heck are they going to pay you $1,500, $2,000 a month? So that's my number one rule. You have to go after people who are spending money, whether that's TV, billboard, Google AdWords, you know, existing Facebook ad campaigns, print, magazines. Those are people who are looking to increase their leads and the quality of their leads. So that's my number one, and that's what I tell everyone.
I mean,
you got to go where the money is.
You got to follow the money, man. And when I'm traveling and I'll see a billboard and I pull over, I tell the taxi driver pull over, I take a picture of that and I was like, that person is spending 10 grand a month minimum. I know it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I'm gonna call them and say, yo, you want to save some money and make more money? And they're like, what? 5 minutes of your time. And we just have a conversation about that. So, you know, that's great. Okay, Danny, you told me how to find the leads, but what do I say to the leads, Danny? What's the what's the template?
The template, right. So, I mean, templates, I don't go by templates, you know. What I do is really, you know, depending on who I am. Let's say we're going after a dentist, right? A dentist owner. So we contact the dentist owner and we're like, okay, what type of other marketing have you done? What's your customer lifetime value? If I can bring you, 20 new patients or 20 new patients a month, will you give me one back? Right. So we kind of have that type of conversation. That way we kind of understand, are they being serious with really trying to expand and grow their business or not? So asking a lot of questions to business owners is really the number one key to really get kind of a feel back and forth as far as, how they're going to answer you. And then from that point on, if they agree that they're going to give me one client back, I mean, that's an easy $2,000 a month that we can make off of them,
Easy money, man. Shooting barrel, man. And all you have to do is just like initiate that contact and say, like, I want to break down what you just said, because a lot of people might have missed that. They're like, oh yeah, I've heard that strategy. Maybe you've heard it, but maybe let's dissect it and break it down. What Danny's doing and what he's teaching his students, the same thing I teach people in my social channels and my masterminds. It's like standard with a successful business model that we're in. You want to talk to their money. You want to say, Mr. Business Owner, one lead is worth X for you. If I can bring you Y leads, will you pay me Z? Is Z a fair amount of exchange for Y? If that's the case, I need your approval here. Here. Let's do this. And
then swipe it here.
Swipe it here, man. They're going to tell you why they can't buy or how you're a good salesperson. One of the two is going to happen, but you got to be going for that close, guys. And I really wanted to break that down because that might have missed a lot of people. So, okay, we're having these conversations. But every business owner doesn't have the budget, Danny. But they don't have the money, Danny. They don't have the money to work with me. What do you say to that?
Everyone has the money. I mean, you have so many different, not even expensive, but just money that you're throwing out every day, every week, that you will come up. If you really are serious in growing your business, you'll come up with the money. So I mean, I'm not a forceful sales guy. But I do show them the value and how I can help them. And of course, scarcity helps. If I'm like, okay, I'm only working with one dentist in your area. I've come to you. If you don't want to work with me, hey, your competitor is right next door.
I'm glad you brought that up. I like how you use that word forceful, because a lot of people who are listening to me conversate, they're like, oh, I could never close like that. I don't think that's being forceful. I think it's being very persistent. I think it's being very, very insistent. And I know it's my job to find out what is that person's objection, and it's my duty to serve the business owner. And whether, he doesn't like me, hey, that's fine. I want him to tell me, hey, Frank, go jump in the lake. You're either going to buy or I'm going to die. One of two is going to happen, because if you're qualified and my product, which is the best in the market, in my opinion, I want you to work with me. And if you don't work with me, I don't think that's going to be the best chance for your business to succeed. And I believe that. And that comes across. And once you have that belief, it really goes there. So, and the reason I bring on people like Danny is because I'm super extreme. Danny's laid back. Danny still's making money. There's more than one way to skin a cat. And I wanted to show the different varieties and different styles that are out there. So if you don't like my recipe, hey, throw it up. Go tell me to jump in a lake and go jump over and go check out his awesome Facebook group. Tell us about your Facebook group a little bit more. What's it called?
Right. So my Facebook group is called Entrepreneur Hustle. And it's kind of a funny story. So I grew the group organically, and a lot of what I do is organically. I don't really run, even though I teach how to run ads, I don't run ads for myself, for my course, or my group at all, or anything like that. So my group, I grew it organically to about 15,500 members in a period of about four to 5 months. And then the other week, Facebook just shut it down. How, I don't know. I still haven't got a word from them as far as what happened or why they shut it down. But I'll rebuild it, and it's going to be even better than it was before. So I'm not worried about that at all.
Awesome. And yeah, we are going to have a link to you guys. So if you're watching this on Facebook, if you just comment directly through on the chat bot, my chat bot Chives, my chat bot's name is Chives, by the way. I've always wanted
oh, really?
Yeah, I've always wanted a butler, just to be walking around. His name was Chives, and he had an eloquent accent, but I was like, man, you got to pay butlers, for food, for gas, for rent. You got to pay taxes on them. You got to pay Obamacare on them. Like, man.
Set up a bot.
Dude, let Facebook handle the bill. Facebook stores them. Facebook pays the electric bill. I'm just going to go ahead and set them up, man. So, that's great, man. I really encourage everybody to be inside your Facebook group, because if you have any questions, like Danny's in there and he responds, he answers. And if he's not there, some of the students do, other people in there. Right. I like to help out, and it's all a conversation. that's in there. So I want us to really delve into somebody, because I get a lot of people who are millennials and they're like going to college and they're like, oh crap, I just got into 100 grand of debt and now I'm going to go get a job for 40 grand. Like,
nah, it doesn't make sense.
Who talked me into this shit? You know, your mom, your dad, your grandma, society. You know who really had it made? All of our dads. Our dads had it made because they get Social Security. They get retirement. They get
right.
People in the Great Depression didn't have shit. We're paying into something we're not going to get. So we got to make it our duty to go out there into the marketplace and make this a viable business model. And you and I both have the extreme pleasure, responsibility, and duty to serve this community of people who are interested in this. And if this is something that you're interested in, I want Danny Vega to maybe give you his perspective of what it's like to run an agency. So break us into like your day-to-day, your lifestyle. What does a work week look like for you? What does that look like as a social media marketing agency owner?
Yeah. So, I mean, running an agency, you know, starting off, it can be a little bit stressful, and that's just because you have to make sure you have the right policies and procedures in place. You have to make sure you got the right team, the right staff, train them the right way. So I like to handle my business, especially the agency, kind of like an assembly line, you know? So I have one person specific for a type of role or task that they do. So as far as our lead generation source, we do a lot of emailing. We do cold emailing to business owners, and it just comes in from there as far as the assembly line. So we cold email, they come in, you know, we have someone checking the emails every day, making sure that, you know, this person needs to be contacted. We can just delete the rest of these emails. And then we have someone to contact and to follow up with these emails. So whether that's phone call, you know, respond to the email, what you want to do is get them on the phone first, right? So if they haven't provided a phone number, just reply, ask for a phone number. So once we get them on the phone, then we find out, you know, their business. Well, we do a little bit of research first, make sure that they are a client that we want to work with. And then we hop on the phone, ask them these questions, kind of go through a discovery process, and then onboard them. So that's kind of, you know, a little assembly line that we have as far as the agency stuff goes. But I mean, other than that, I'm pretty laid back, you know, even though I don't really have to work that many hours, I still do because I've been doing it for so long and I enjoy it. So.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So I feel we have some people still on the fence. They're like, I'm interested in this, but I don't know. And here's where we're going to close them. Talk to us about the profit margins in this business.
Oh, huge profit. I mean, there's no overhead. Your overhead is maybe staff. You know, if you have staff, you don't even have to have staff until, I'd say probably until you have at least 15, 20 clients. You may not need one person. I mean, you can do all this, you know, you can have 15, 20 clients and just work for yourself as a solopreneur, you know? So you don't have to have a large staff to handle a lot of things. Yeah, but I mean, as far as profit margin, I mean, your expenses, your home, your electric bill, your internet, cell phone, you know, a little bit of tools here and there, maybe a couple $100, $200-$300 online for some software tools, but that's about it. I mean, everything else is just money. It's a huge profit margin, huge, more than anything else.
That's why I'm here, man. I was making a lot
and you're traveling. I mean, you're traveling and still making money, you know?
Exactly, man. And I was making a lot of money in real estate as a residential realtor. My average commission check was anywhere from 15 to 50 grand per deal, 15 to 50K per deal. And I had to pay taxes. I had to pay my broker. I had to pay the other agent. I had to pay Obamacare. I had to pay all this other stuff, man. And then I figured out the way the money works. And now it's just insane. I don't want to say specifics because, you know, the feds are listening always, man.
That's true. Yep.
And so, dude, you know, thank you so much for jumping on here. I feel like there's so many people who are just like, you know, I want to be in this. I want to be around people to make this happen. Where is that a reality? Where are people right now in this moment connecting? Can you show us on maybe, like, we're on Zoom right now. Can you share your screen and be like, hey, here's my group. You know, this is how you find it.
Yeah. Let me pull it up here. Let me see if I could do a screen share.
Awesome. I'm gonna hit pause until you get that pulled up. One sec. All right, guys, welcome back. We are here. So, Danny, what are we looking at?
So this is my Entrepreneur Hustle page. Yep. So yeah, if you want to contact me, you can look up Entrepreneur Hustle, and you should, by the time you see this video, there should be a group called the same. So you can definitely, reach me out on the group or the actual page or just my profile in general, which is Daniel Vega.
Awesome. Awesome. So yes, we are going to, wrap with that. I'm going to have a link on YouTube for you guys somewhere down here in the bottom, somewhere, wherever. You're going to have that link and you're going to be able to get in there. If you're on Facebook, you're going to have to comment hustle below, and you're going to meet my chatbot Chives, and Chives is going to give direct access to there. Danny, thank you so much again for helping me serve the town.
Thanks for having me on, Frank.
What were you doing 5 years ago, and how is now better because of your marketing agency?
5 years ago was 2012. 2012, I was coding. I was a developer still. And I mean, that takes a toll. Because again, like I said, I did a lot of it myself. And even when I did outsource, as I just had myself, I really didn't have a team or anyone helping me. So while I prospected, did the work, I still had to train the VAs, the developers out there on what to do. So it still took up a lot of time. And, again, I really didn't serve the clients that I was working with that well. They weren't making more money. I was just building websites all day and all night long. But I mean, you can only do that so long. And, after so many years, I'm like, they're not really making money. It's not helping them at all. I'm just building a website. That's boring. So this is obviously a lot more enjoyable, more fun. I'm able to help people and make better money at it as well. So,
man, I'm gonna leave us with this takeaway, because you just said something that people might have missed. You were not happy being an order taker, being like a fulfillment person. You wanted to add value to business owners. You wanted business owners to work with you and have a better life experience, a better business experience, and you wanted to add value. And now you're getting rewarded for the exact amount of value that you put out to the marketplace. You put out this value to the marketplace, and the marketplace rewards you with a very, very comfortable living and just a bunch of opportunity. Danny, thank you so much. Check out Entrepreneur Hustle. Follow my boy, Danny Vega. He's amazing. He's legit. I co-sign on him. Adios, guys. If you like this, make sure you comment, make sure you like, and make sure you share.